has arrived at the scene of Hunting Park River and only used one punch. He killed Li Tianhao, ranked second in the Federation, in seconds. Looking at the fallen captain, everyone immediately broke into cold sweat. Can't help but complain about the chief of staff. But at this time, Emperor Martial Emperor has lost his mind. Rushing into the crowd is a hammer. 2 cadres fell in just a moment. Even Park, who was watching the play, she couldn't help but sigh. What exactly happened? That's why Emperor Wu became so crazy. And he was angry. Cause yourself to fight more bravely. The next second he killed another cadre, in seconds. Looking at the fallen Kim Tatsuzawa, everyone suddenly lost the desire to fight. After all, even the cadres were killed in one punch. And Li Tianhao behind the crowd. Then he slowly stood up. He couldn't help but recall the scene of being killed in seconds just now. Obviously just got punched. But it made him feel a strong sense of dizziness. When he thinks of me, he feels very ashamed. But when Li Tianhao saw the scene in front of him, he couldn't help but scold him. What was going on? Why are they almost all down? I saw the feet of Emperor Huang Wu. 4 or 5 officials from the Federation lie down. Among them is the 3rd-ranked Leather Bear. But the Emperor stopped. Let the guys who can still stand listen up. If you really want to get rid of me, then let him come in person. Don't hide in the back like a coward. If you dare to play this trick next time, no matter where it is hidden, I will find you and kill you. Understood words. Just tell the clerk what I said. After saying this, he told everyone to get out of the territory of Huangdi Bang. And they just sat there. Apparently still haven't recovered from the shock. Although Li Tian gritted his teeth. But he still suppressed his anger and issued a command link. All the people in the alliance retreat. Until then, they picked up the injured member and slowly left. And in this battle, Federation permanent lost 100 members, including 6 cadres. But the aftermath of this battle was worse than expected. Medium is bigger. This also became Emperor Wu, the miracle of building the 3rd Brigade. Meanwhile, the other side. Yu Wenyuan will face this failure. It comes down to the Chief of Staff. After all, he was so sure that we would win. It turned out to be a big loss. The Chief of Staff didn't explain much either. Because he really didn't expect Emperor Martial Emperor will meet so quickly. But it wasn't all for nothing. But Yu Wenyuan was very puzzled. Obviously lost so badly. What else can you get? The Emperor Gang also lost a considerable amount of troops. Especially Park and his first team. The losses were particularly severe and the greatest harvest. We understand the principle of Emperor Wu's actions. That means we know what to use. Machine against him. You can rest assured about this. I will make a weapon that can deal with him as soon as possible. Yu Wenyuan, after listening to these words, they readily agreed to each other. After all, you can't just make a mistake. He gave up Lu Shangjian, who has made a lot of credit. But this is the last time. If you dare to betray my trust, don't try to laugh so arrogant. As soon as the sentence comes out, the Chief of Staff broke into a cold sweat. I can only issue a military order in front of the president. That's the war. The villa will only end with the defeat of Huangdabang. On the other side, Emperor Huang Wu came to the funeral home, visit grandma. Although only 1 ashes remain. But he still has a lot to say to his grandmother. After so many days, I still can't understand what you said that day. And to understand that, I had to see that man in person. From now on, apart from wanting to crush the Federation, one more purpose. And dispatch the Emperor Gang for this purpose. Let people go to the nearby Miyaju to make trouble, to kidnap the gangsters here. The reason for doing this, Guo Jijiang, is not clear. He only knows what the helper asked him to do. What does he do? So starting today, you are members of the Imperial State. And there is only one request. That is, to report everything that happens in the area. In particular, any suspicious movements must be reported. And the simple core on the other side is doing the same thing. Although the other members didn't think much about it. Just followed instructions, but simple and is different. He seems to have another apprentice. Until one day, they called me to the place where we first met. It means that when Teo Yuan got married here, I thought we would soon take over the entire field. Tips on the simple and the subtle. I was very upset. So let him speak up and don't be coy. Your recent orders are a bit strange. Just hiding up the fields will keep us busy for a while. But you reached out to Miyaju and Yu, the two regions of the state, although Guo Jijiang think. Do you want to occupy a larger territory outside Daejeon? But I think a little differently. I think you are looking for someone. Because on the day the Federation launched its offensive, I heard about your grandmother. Went to the hospital where Guo Jijiang was. Looking back now, you gave strange instructions. It started that day. Did something happen? And there was a long silence. Only then did Emperor Huangwu answer. I want to know what Grandma said to me. What exactly does it mean? It turns out that Emperor Martial Emperor was not abandoned, but the father to protect. The family had no choice but to leave. But Emperor Wu refused to believe it. I think it's Grandma talking nonsense. Until the other party took out a photo. Let Emperor Martial Emperor find the person above. He will give you the answer you want. Because he was your father's best friend when he was alive. But when he came to the store, and there was no one there. And Park Shi was also very shocked. I didn't expect the owner of that store. It turned out to be a clue to your father. About this. Does Guo Jijiang know? I asked him the other day. But he doesn't seem to know where the boss is. No wonder. Your style these days is not the same as before. I was looking for my family. Now that we know the reason, then I will do my best to help. Not enough to help you, but don't forget. Remember the reason why you established the imperial state. After saying this, Park Hut left here alone. Emperor Wu was lost in thought. I want to know why I'm looking for my father. Marriage is such a thing. It's obviously a shackle that binds people. He made it impossible for people to fly, stuck in one place for the rest of your life. So, I want to ask the man who is my father himself, why did he break free? The chains that even I can't break free from. And disappear. Just thinking about this, Emperor Huangwu frowned unconsciously. Park Shi, who was peeping from the side, GNCI also fell into distress. He really didn't expect. Except for the Federation of Destruction. People who are not interested in anything. I actually started looking for my father. That's not a good change. And due to the ghost change a few days ago, the war that led to the Emperor's State and Union, temporarily entering a period of relaxation. This is the battered Federation. The result of being unable to act rashly. Emperor Huangwu took this opportunity, went to find the owner of the store. But it didn't go anywhere until one day, Guo Jijiang accidentally said something. Huang Wudi got the relevant line of the store owner. So, I remember that the uncle seems to have a son. I don't know if this counts as a clue. As soon as these words came out, Emperor Huangwu was curious. Hurry up and ask Guo Jijiang to be more detailed, but he only glanced at the photo. I know that Dashu has 2 sons, but these words aroused the dissatisfaction of Park Siakha. He didn't think it was a clue at all. Instead, it will make us need to find more people. Unless you can find more specific clues. If only it were more specific. There's a big age difference between them. It's the older one with the little baby. And that big kid's school uniform. It seems to be Kingdi High School. As soon as the sentence comes out, the 3 of them immediately came to Kingdi Gao. But they just got here not long ago. Jin Ziqian, he brought a group of younger brothers to the front of the 3. Warn them to get out of here. Otherwise, it will be like the guys in the Federation. Beaten up. After hearing this, Guo Jijiang was very dissatisfied. I'm curious who this arrogant guy in front of me is. Until Parks and birth were explained. Only then did he learn that the other party was the intimate Kanazawa Heian just taking over here in 1st grade. Quite famous. This immediately filled the battle of Guo Jijiang. Upper 2, don't be the first to give me a taste. But Park Sui rejected the question. Because that's not what they're here for today. So he told Guo Jijiang not to speak. Let me talk to him first. Then he took the initiative to come forward and express. We are not here today to teach a lesson. I'm looking for someone from this school. I hope you can help me. But Jin Zexuan did not hesitate. Rejected the request. Although I don't know who you are looking for. But as long as I'm still clearing the coins, it's impossible to pay. Bring out your own students. As soon as the sentence comes out, the atmosphere at the scene suddenly became strange. And this stubborn look. It made Park Si-ha feel a little familiar. So he warned Jin Zexuan. Better think again. If you don't help us, we might ask your brother for help. This sentence made Kanazawa Fairy tremble all over. Didn't expect each other. I actually investigated myself behind my back, but he didn't change his mind. Because he knows the tactics of this guy are obvious. Even if I agree to their request now. If you need anything in the future, you're still taking my brother hostage. Instead of being led by the nose, by you, all the time, might as well be here. Kill you? Who will threaten my brother? All right, this sudden change in front of us. Let Park Sui can't help but be stunned for a while. Fortunately, Martial Emperor made his move in time, blocked the blow for Pucci. Because when the other party said that just now, he was already frowning. Although I don't know why, but he just felt bad inside. And the situation in Kanazawa Prefecture is a little bit abnormal. His fist started shaking uncontrollably. The scene made everyone in Qingbai sweat. But Park Si-hee was very dissatisfied. I don't know why Martial Emperor wanted to stop it. You don't think I'm going to lose to this guy, do you? But Martial Emperor did not choose to answer this question. He was going to go back. But Kanazawa Shan was born and interrupted a few people. Now that you mentioned my brother, then don't think about leaving easily. And Emperor Wu, in order to show his sincerity, the first to let go of the opponent's fist. It means we won't threaten you with your brother. That botched deed. Only the cowards of the Federation would do it. As soon as the sentence comes out, Park Si-ha was struck by lightning. I don't know what it feels like. But even so, Kanazawa Prefecture still refuses to believe each other's nonsense. But Martial Emperor only said one sentence. Believe it or not, if you put it before, Kanazawa-sen will definitely take advantage of the number of people. Get rid of these guys. But I never let my brothers lose a battle. But this time, I don't know why. I can't imagine hitting at all. The picture of winning this guy. When I think of this, his fists became slightly protruding tendons. In the end, I was forced to let the three leave. Guo Jijiang on the side. But he was frightened by Park Shi's expression and broke into a cold sweat. In this encounter, it was Kanazawa who left a deep impression on Emperor Huangwu. Like if he really took his brother hostage. This fool will definitely pounce aggressively. But he's a really tough guy. If Park Su hadn't played a trick, I must have fought him on the spot. Don't be me on weekdays. Don't care at all. It's already done, directly, but even Emperor Wu himself did not understand. Why did I do it, there? And what happened today? Although Guo Jijiang did not get up, but the simple and is different. He found Emperor Huang Wu that afternoon. Express that you may. I chose the wrong way to approach Kanazawa-sen. After all, that way will definitely make you dissatisfied. Because you are also a brother with younger brothers, right? As soon as the sentence comes out, Emperor Huang Wu's face suddenly darkened. I didn't expect Park Fit is still investigating himself behind his back. That is, from now on. He realizes that Park Hop is a dangerous man. But the other party told him not to mind. I just need to confirm. Is there a king who wants to dominate the Daijin battlefield? Poetry roommate Ma Shaxin's first appearance. How arrogant. Not only smashed Park's pool hall, he also left his signature on the blackboard. Ma Ziaxin, who ranks third in the Daijin Federation. After half a year of repair, the union clashed again with the Emperor State. Among them, the reason why Emperor Huangwu broke free from the shackles, causing his temper to become more and more irritable. Just think of my father. I left to protect them. Emperor Huangwu's emotions will fall out of control. Because he thinks that man. I must have the same idea as myself. To put it bluntly, it's just breaking free from shackles, but just then. But a younger brother rushed up without knowing his life. The next second, he was choked by Emperor Huangwu. Then he smashed him to the ground. Just listen to the sound of the basket. The man's eyes turned white and fainted. But still, Martial Emperor still raised his fist. when he was about to smash into the younger brother. Guo Jijiang saved the scene in time and stopped Emperor Huangwu. But the other party is very dissatisfied. I don't know what he means. Although Guo Jijiang was very afraid, but he still said, why? If the punch just now went down, I'm afraid this person will die. Until then, Emperor Wu regained his sanity. So he turned around and left. It means that you are responsible for the rest. As for the scene just now, simplicity and all are seen. But he didn't say much about it. And a week later in the afternoon, another conflict broke out in the side billiards hall. There is a man for no reason provoked a group of members of the Emperor gang. He also ticked his finger to let everyone go together. And Wang Jinyong, the ace of the first team, saw this. His face turned black. Directly greet the brothers to go together. Let him never touch the ball again in the future. But when it's time to come here. And it was a complete mess. Apparently there have been guests here. And those who are still awake. Only Wang Jinyong is left. And he blamed himself. But he also knew that it was just a few of them. No match for that guy at all. About this, Park Hop did not blame the other party. Instead, asked Wang Jinyong, is that guy a cadre of the Federation? Wang Jinyong argued in Wenyan and pointed to the right. Indicates that there is a message from him on the wall over there. 8 big characters written on the fingertips. The 3rd rank star in the Daisian Federation. And Park Shi is concerned about this provocative behavior. Not a lot of emotional change. Just think, an interesting guy recently appeared. But the next morning, Park's Ha held a general meeting. Indicates that the Federation is restoring indoor. Half of the West End we occupied was taken away. And the situation on the east side is not very optimistic. Even just yesterday, the people from the Federation are still in charge of Dade. Go haunt me. Do you know what the characteristics of these regions are? Emperor Huangwu did not choose to answer this. But let Park Hop have something to say. These areas, it's the place where the Bentley was taken to find your father. One of the hardest things to deal with is, the Federation has brought in a group of new cadres. The current situation is very tense. If you still waste your troops looking for your family, then I forgive you for not accepting it. As soon as the sentence comes out, Emperor Huangwu's face suddenly turned cold. Ask Park. Didn't you say you were going to help me? But the other party said that he is not going to help you. Rather, it's time to prioritize the Daisian Federation. After listening to these words, Emperor Huangwu, the angry fist, couldn't help making a sound. But he thought about it. Or choose to let go of the fist. After all, debugging and saying do make sense. I can't find a reason to refute. But even on my own, I'm looking for that man too. You shouldn't have an opinion about that, right? And Park Shi had to make a compromise. Agreed to his request. But Emperor Wu was also very conflicted, because he always thought he was obsessed with his family. It's a very unpromising performance. So he came to, I feel ridiculous looking for that man everywhere. In anger, though I don't know why. But it feels like before I see that man in person. I'm afraid this anger will not dissipate. Meanwhile, the other side. Park Siak-ha came to a cafe. But he kept looking around. I saw a woman beckoning to him. Signal here. And that person is Park Su's girlfriend, Zhang Juyan. So he walked up to the two of them. Asked Zhang Juyan. I didn't say I've been busy lately. If there is nothing wrong, don't contact me. But the other party said. No matter how busy you are, you won't even be with your girlfriend. There's no time for a cup of coffee, right? If something really happened, just tell your subordinates to do it. After Park Fit sits down. Zhang Juyan, she introduced him to her best friend, Hong Bao Mei. But he seemed to have low self-esteem. Apparently because of the wound on the face. And Park Suk also saw it. Open the door directly into the mountain. Ask the other person what they want from you. As soon as these words came out, Zhang Juyan was amazed. So he urged Hongbao Mei. Hurry up and tell Brother Shi. Until then. Hongbao Mei said it in an orderly manner. He expressed there is a classmate in the class who usually has a bad relationship with him. I wanted to get along well with him. But he doesn't know what's wrong with me. Just find his social brother. Not only did they teach me a lesson, threatened me. If I hear your name from my sister again, then you'll really be screwed. But I still don't know where I got it. So I'm asking for your help. Give that guy some color and see. As he spoke, he endured his tears. Can't stop falling. Zhang Juyan on the side saw this and quickly comforted. But Park Se-ha stood up and prepared to leave. He was very unhappy about it. After all, I have told Zhang Juyan several times. The Emperor Gang is not an errand center. But just then, Hong Baomei actually mentioned the Dacian Federation. In this way, Pushi's face suddenly darkened. Ask him what he's talking about. I heard you and the Athletics Federation. The relationship between gangs is very stiff. And the guy said it. He is ranked 3rd in the Dacian Federation. As soon as this word comes out, Park Sui's face instantly turned serious. Do you know why Ma Shaxin chose to join? Dacian Federation? It's all about making money. So you can buy what you want. And he gets paid 1.5 million won. But every time he comes home, I can't avoid my sister's scolding. Because he really doesn't understand. Why would my brother do such a thing? Fighting all day. Can you still make money? Unexpectedly, he expressed his purity and righteousness immediately. The Dacian Federation can do it. As soon as the sentence comes out, Ma Heli felt even more angry. Is it crazy to scold my brother? To actually join the big one that specializes in training hooligans. And parents leave a lot of legacy. You don't have to collect money to fight. The fighting heart is after a moment of contemplation. Choose to tell the truth to your sister. That is, to buy a motorcycle yourself. And it's the kind to pull the win. If you're not going to pay, just shut up. After hearing these words, Ma Heli's face suddenly darkened. Without saying a word, he kicked his brother out. But even so, Ma Ziaxin still did not blame his sister. Instead, praise him for being similar to himself. The same toughness. And this scene can't help but remind him of the past. Parents had just passed away. He didn't show much emotion. But Marjorie was howling and crying inside the house. Meanwhile, the other side. Huang Debang is still holding a combat meeting. Because of Central Road Station and the Red Road Cave area were taken away by the Federation. They even started in the village. Give us the dealer over there in the cave. Bo Zhejiang was furious when he heard these words. After all, the Federation's offensive is getting more and more mundane. And they're still in the war zone. We're in. Arranged more than 3 cadre members. And attack other areas while we are under control. If Big Brother Huang Wu was here, a mere 3 cadres are not worth mentioning at all. About this, Park Se-ha also agrees. Because the strategy is really useless against Emperor Martial Emperor. However, this also allowed him to speculate on some reasons. The Chief of Staff must have noticed. Emperor Huang Wu's recent combat frequency has decreased. It's going to be nerve-wracking if it goes on like this. So he called Emperor Huang Wu. Ask where he is now. I have something to tell you. But Emperor Huang Wu asked him to speak directly on the phone. And he didn't say no. Haphazardly express. The owner of the recycling shop used to look like a hooligan. So I've been investigating over there. I have also received a lot of news recently. Please take a look at this photo I sent first. But Emperor Huang Wu, after looking at this photo, his face suddenly turned black. Ask what simple and I are. I saw it to big characters written on it. From Dacian. United Church's 3rd-ranked Ma Shaxin. Since I've been following this guy lately. He sent a few of his men to follow him. And this is a picture of my men following him. As soon as the words of Solid Wood Gambling Road came out, Emperor Martial Emperor gritted his teeth angrily, but Park Shi told him not to act rashly. Maybe it's just to draw you out. The trap set. After all, Arpian High School, where Ma Ziaxin is located, is a strong backer of the Federation camp. I will first send my men to inquire about the movement of the Federation. But this sentence is not finished yet. Emperor Huang Wu hung up the phone. Until then, a long-lost smile appeared on Park Su's face. You don't have to guess what your expression will be. Help you put that expression. Show it to the guys at the Federation. On the other side, Emperor Huang Wu, after learning the news, immediately, He took his younger brother to Mingyan High School. This surprised Ma Ziaxin. I didn't expect Wang Wu.